Hello again, and welcome to the Sandwich Corner. My name's Davy. I'm the host of the Sandwich Show on Twitch. At Davy's Eating a Sandwich. We stream 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we often feature an interview each week with another Twitch streamer, much like Vibing does here on this channel. So let's go talk about Twitch music a little bit tonight. You ever wonder what the process is for requesting songs, or how one of us might request songs, and what vibes well with the chat, especially coming off of Raid? It's a tough decision, isn't it? But I use these ideas to help me, and I'll take you through that in just a moment. But first, I want to show you the sandwich I made. This is a tuna salad I made myself, and this is a phenomenal tuna salad. I'm really impressed with it. Like, take a look. It's got, I put in some celery and onions and a little bit of mustard, mayonnaise, and a 9 ounce can of tuna. Mix it all together. It is really looking good. Yeah, there's some celery in there too, and I put it on the bun. But now let's go look into the metrics I use to select a song. Whenever I'm in chat or we're raiding in from a Sandwich Show stream or something like that, we'll take a look at a site called Streamer Song List. When you are on a music stream, you often see the link to request songs, and it is through this service called StreamerSonglist.com. So this is a relatively new streamer, Just Shabs, not even 100 streams old. And she's got a really good vibe. I would recommend following her first before we continue this discussion. But you can see the song list is here. And there are different categories that you can select from. And so if you're in the mood for a specific genre, you can go right to that genre straight away. And often when you are rating in, one thing we like to do is we like to select originals. But if you've never been to a channel before, how do you select an original song in that scenario? Well, the answer to the question is simply by looking at the times the song has been played. I like to select songs that are popular with the community so that they can be an instant vibe for people. And it's also a great way for me to introduce myself and for our community from the Sandwich Show to introduce themselves to a streamer's music style. And particularly if they are really good with original songs and if they have a number of them, it's a great choice. So you can see these are some of the songs that Just Shabs has on their song list, and what I do is I sort it by times played with the most frequently played songs at the top. So if I were at Just Shabs today or tomorrow or whenever it may be, I could probably select either The Crown or Fickle, depending on how long ago the song had been played. Generally, you don't want to select a song that had been played within the last hour or the last 2 hours, or even even within the course of the stream. So more than a day ago is probably ideal, but maybe you don't want to go too far back in time, because sometimes what happens is folks might be rusty. You definitely want to put the streamer's best foot forward. So generally somewhere between 1 day ago and 5 months ago is usually a good barometer for what to go with your first ever song request on someone's channel. So here I probably would pick The Crown or Fickle or Unsent, and these would all be pretty good choices. Just Shabs is not streaming at the moment, so by the time the next stream comes in, one of these songs would probably make a lot of sense. If you are more in the mood for a cover, there are also different categories. Now, this is a pretty new channel, so there are only a couple of categories on here right now. Let's go to someone a little more established, our friend Emily McVicker. And yes, absolutely, go give our friend Emily a follow. As we record the spot, Emily is actually streaming, so we can actually show you a little bonus footage of the queue. But it's the same scenario here. You can look at what kind of categories you're in the mood for. If you want an 80s song, you can go to 80s. There it is, and see what kind of song she specializes in. And definitely the chat will do a good job of giving you a feel for that, because I feel like as songs get popular within a community, they get played more and more times. So if you're going there for the first time and you want to get a song that will be an instant hit with everybody in the chat, this is the way to do it. You can see that from this category, I'm out here on my own, and Irene Cara Classic is the most played song within the 80s party category. Or if you want to go with something funky, go to the funky category, and same scenario applies. Although this might be a special theme stream, so, I don't think I might be in a very interesting spot here. But just for the purpose of this segment, assume that there were things in the funky category or 90s for that matter. Same scenario applies to see what are the most popular songs in Emily's 90s category. You can see, if Ironic is, What's Up. These are great songs, of course. So now what you want to look at next is something that's really fun to look at when you're on the streamer song list spot. You can, or the song list site, you can also look at the queue just to get an idea of what's been played. This could also help you select what song you want, because if you take a look at what's in the queue right now, you can see the next song, or the current song, is Hand in My Pocket by Alanis Morissette, and you have Ocean Eyes and Toxic, and then an original song. So you're thinking, well, maybe we could do something along those lines, maybe something kind of something relatively recent, upbeat. That seems like a good way to go about it. And look, they just added a song right now, Because of Night. Pretty good stuff. So put together, you can find ways to select the song you want to play, as if you're coming in from a raid or if you're just coming in as a chatter on that channel. And that's the basics of how to select a song. There's obviously no specific guideline for picking a song, but I do feel like when you do select songs that are pretty popular within a certain community and played a relatively amount of times, if you're new, then it helps you get an idea of what kind of music the person plays and what really works to the best of their style of music streaming. So hope you enjoyed that. I will enjoy this sandwich, and we're gonna give it back to you at Island Vibing Presents.